From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is 1011's Morning Pulse.
Sponsored by Murray Roofing.
Good morning, this is Craig Allison with your Morning Pulse for Thursday, July 3rd. Our first story this morning on the national side. Speaker Mike Johnson says the House is set to hold a final floor vote this morning on President Trump's budget bill this morning. Again, that's the big, beautiful bill, and this after GOP holdouts ended long stalemates last night and voted to allow it past procedural hurdles. President Trump wants to sign it by Independence Day tomorrow, but it depends on whether House Republicans can pass it in time. GOP leaders praise the bill's spending cuts, an extension of trillions of dollars in tax breaks, billions for immigrant detentions, and Trump's border wall. Democrats, however, say they don't want to reduce funding for Medicaid, food stamps, and point to analysis showing the wealthiest Americans getting the most money from the bill's tax breaks. Again, this decision will be happening this morning, so be sure to stick with us at 1011 Now for more. Your second story this morning, the same year Nebraskans voted to cement an abortion ban beyond the first trimester into the state's constitution, the number of abortions performed here jumped by about 7.6% compared to 2023. From the Nebraska Examiner, data from the DHHS shows a little more than 2,500 abortions took place in the state in 2024. Since 2020, the state's abortion rates have stayed relatively level, all while the state's abortion policy has fluctuated. While no recent bills introduced increasing the state's abortion ban, several bills were introduced advocates claim were intended to narrow access. Moving over to your crime tracker this morning, 22-year-old Cale Wacker from Norfolk is taking a plea deal after attacking someone on the UNL campus earlier this year. As part of the deal, Wacker will see a hate crime charge dropped. In exchange, he'll be convicted of third-degree assault, a misdemeanor. According to court documents, in late March, the victim was walking with two friends near 16th and Vine when Wacker came up to him, slammed him on the ground, and yelled homophobic slurs before running away. He is set to be sentenced in late August. Wacker is not affiliated with the university. Your fourth story is scam alert. The DEA is sending a notice saying widespread fraud scheme is attempting to extort your personal information or money. The administration says scammers are reaching out to people impersonating DEA agents, and the DEA says they will never request personal information, cash, or gift cards, and will only notify you of a legitimate investigation or legal action either in person or using an official letter. If you receive a call you think is a scam, report it to the FBI. Wrapping things up with your final story, 50 years after it was dedicated by Seward businessman Harold Davison, the contents inside what's considered to be the world's largest time capsule will be on full display tomorrow in Seward. Davison was a Seward historian, entrepreneur, and later operated Davison Furniture Center. His daughter, Trish Davison Johnson, now carries on his legacy and oversaw the opening of the pyramid-shaped time capsule last month. One big item in the capsule is a 1975 Chevy Vega with 0 miles, which intends to earn its first miles by driving in the 4th of July parade. Davison credits his grandchildren for inspiring the idea. That is your Morning Pulse for this Thursday morning. I'll wrap things up with a look at your 7-day forecast. Nice out today. Be sure to go out.
You've been listening to 1011's Morning Pulse. Watch, listen, stream on the 1011 Now app, on YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sponsored by Murray Roofing.